So in this video, we'll be talking about some quick tips and tricks to help you survive in World War Z. So throughout the game, you'll come across turrets that were left behind and they'll attack you and your teammates once you approach them. You can choose to destroy them, but you can also go over to it and capture it, and it'll now work for you and your teammates. You can also disarm claymores, although I haven't found much benefit or reason to do this. I would suggest to just shoot them or leave them there for a zombie to trip over. Melee hits and chainsaws do not deal damage to teammates, so whether you're just playing on a harder difficulty where your friendly fire does more damage, or you're just trying to get that achievement or trophy where you can't deal any friendly fire damage throughout the chapter, it might be good to know. The heavy weapon 50 cal explosive sniper also doesn't deal direct damage with the actual bullet to your teammates, as the round will just go straight through them, but the explosion from that round will deal damage to your teammates. Like if you were to aim at the ground next to their feet and shoot, it would deal damage to them that way, but if you aimed right directly onto them, the bullet would just go straight through them. That leads me to my next tip, which is that melee hits are insanely useful in here. Your melee weapons deal some of the most damage in the game and will usually one-tap zombies. You need to know when to shoot and when to melee. When you're being overwhelmed by zombies at really close range, the best thing you can do is usually use your melee weapons. However, you will eventually get fatigued after so many swings, and you can see how many swings you have before feeling fatigued right here in the middle of the screen. Even after becoming tired though, it's still very useful to sit there and spam your machete or shovel. If you're playing slasher, you'll start off with 2 additional melee attacks before getting tired, and you'll be able to get even more swings with additional upgrades and even more melee damage. The slasher can also grant teammates with additional melee attacks through his perks, along with allowing him to hit multiple enemies with each hit instead of one. One trick that I've found is that if you're halfway through your reload, you can actually melee to cancel the reload and your gun will still fully reload. This can be insanely useful when you're fighting a swarm of zombies. I like to run an SMG like the advanced SMG during these moments and just spray my mag into them and then reload cancel, and if there's a zombie nearby, they'll get killed too with the melee, and then I'll be right back to shooting. So again, if your reload is halfway through or anytime after it being halfway done, you can just melee to cancel the reload and it'll still finish the reload. You'll have all of the bullets in that mag again. The automatic turrets that shoot by themselves can actually be refilled with ammo. You just need to go up to it and hold X on Xbox One or square on PS4 and you can refill it with ammo. And another turret tip is that the kills that the turret gets will actually count towards the kills of whoever set it down. But if you think about it, the turret is taking kills from the additional weapon XP you could be earning if you were to get those kills with your gun. So if you're trying to farm weapon XP, this might be pretty good to know. Keep an eye on your surroundings and see what you can use to help defend yourselves. For example, in New York during one of the first big fights of the game, you can actually shoot the chandeliers down onto the zombies. If you encounter the bull, which is the huge armored tank guy that choke slams you to the ground, his weak spot is located on his back. This is very easy to shoot when he's got someone pinned down, and if you melee him in the back, he will almost always die in 1 or 2 hits. Alright, so this might be very obvious to some, but definitely not to some of the other teammates that I've played with in my online experience. This is a game that's extremely focused on teamwork. I mean, yeah, technically there is solo play in the game, but even the AI teammates will stick right beside you and work as a team. You need to take note from them. Running off by yourself, especially on a harder difficulty, will probably just end with you getting killed or pinned down by a creeper, where we'll have to run across the map to save you, but you'll be so far away that you'll be dead by then, and then you'll just rage quit and disconnect. So just some additional teamwork tips here. A lot of players don't seem to know that you can ping objects and special zombies by pressing up on the D-pad, or if you're on PC, the default key is T. Communication is key in here, so if you don't have a mic or can't talk, make sure you're pinging objects and special zombies, especially if there's something like a bull nearby. If I hear a bull and you ping him, I don't have to sit there and look around for him as much before trying to help. And if you're a medic, make sure you're doing your healing job. The medic has a ton of great support perks to help the team out and heal them. To heal a teammate, you just gotta walk up to them and hold the healing button, which should be down on the D-pad for console, and the default key for PC should be 4. So on the other hand, if there's a medic on the team, make sure you're letting them do their job. Don't fight the medic for the revive because they'll usually heal me way faster than you would. I'm not saying don't revive at all if there's a medic, but if both of you are trying to revive me, let them do it instead while you cover us. Also, ping medkits to make sure the medic is stocked up and has some before you pick them up, because they'll heal and revive people way faster, and at the same time, the medic gains 25% of that health after healing an ally. A good healing trick is if you have some downtime and there aren't any zombies around and you hardly have any health left, let a player down you and then revive you before healing you, because you'll start off with more health after being revived. This isn't always super helpful though, especially if you're going to be downed a lot throughout the game, because it seems that after so many downs you'll just automatically die and can't be revived, so make sure you haven't gone down too much before doing this. Now if you're just starting the game for the first time, don't join a hard difficulty game, which is the 3 skull one, and especially don't join anything harder than that. You want to start off with easy or normal, which is the 1 skull and 2 skull difficulties. When I'm playing a hard difficulty, it is insanely annoying annoying when a couple level 1s join and they're trying to learn the game for the first time and have no idea what to do, especially since the hard difficulty is pretty hard. So make sure you at least have some type of understanding of the concept of the game first before joining a harder difficulty. If you want to know which difficulty to play, they actually have it listed next to each one saying which is the recommended level for each level. While you don't have to be that level, it's a good starting point if you don't know which difficulty to go with. But alright, subscribe for more World War Z videos, and if you have any additional tips, leave them down in the comments. See ya!